there, my Battlefield friends and fans, and everyone that is new to this channel. Welcome to Battlefield 5. I'm playing the map Fjell 652 right now, which is based in Norway. It actually does remind me a lot of my childhood. I grew up in Switzerland and I did a lot of skiing on mountains that were just like this. Rocky, very steep, very high up, very dangerous, but a lot of fun. So I totally enjoy this map. I'm playing Conquest here, and that's actually really all I played so far since I started playing Battlefield 5. I promise I will try to play the other game modes, but I just totally love Conquest. That's like the go-to game mode for me in any Battlefield game. But I always give the other game modes a chance, but then I kind of go back to Conquest because that's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that I just really love. And I'm running here with the STG-44, and I upgraded it a bit already, kind of to reduce some of the recoil, have a little bit better accuracy. I wasn't really that much impressed with this gun when I first unlocked it, but then when I started to play more and more with it, I kind of got used to its recoil pattern, and now that I actually got the upgrade to reduce some of the recoil, it became a really fine weapon, and I really love using it. And I prefer not even using any sight on it. I've tried the sight, but for some reason, I don't know, I don't know what's up with me. But sights always kind of seem to, for me, they're in the way. They just kind of distract me. I look at the side instead of the enemy. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just something, as a problem I always have. Look at that. I can't figure out this rocket launcher at all. No matter how I point it, I seem to never get 100% impact. This time I didn't even get anything. I still try to figure out how this thing works. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying playing this game the way it is, and I have to say I don't really have anything to complain about it, besides that there are a few little things that could be improved. And I may make a video about it unless the next update, which is already coming out on December 4th, will fix most of those things. So I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. So when you play Battlefield 5, most of you probably, like me, have noticed that you cannot play this game the way you played Battlefield 1. You have to play it totally different. I was approaching this game just the way I played Battlefield 1, and I was failing miserably. Because in Battlefield 1, I was doing a lot of run and gunning, and that just doesn't work so well in this game unless you are super awesome and 100% accurate every time and know exactly where the enemy is. Then probably you can succeed. But what I noticed in this game, which is very crazy, is that the enemy can literally be anywhere. They can be behind you, on the side of you. They're never just like in front of you. Like in Battlefield 5, I always knew where the enemy was. I always knew when I had my back protected and I could just focus on the front. Here you literally have to make sure that your back is covered, that you're even aware of your sides, and you have to approach the situation a lot more carefully. You have to literally play this game like you would play chess. And even if you don't play chess, you probably know what I mean. So I've been doing a lot better since I actually learned how to play this game, and I'm starting to have a lot more fun. I was very frustrated at the beginning with this game, and I was kind of expecting this because I was playing the beta, and even though the beta was different than this actually now live game, it still showed all the differences, and I still was realizing that there's going to be a lot of new stuff to learn. And what also makes this game a lot harder is you cannot spot, like 3D spot enemies anymore, meaning you literally a lot of times have no idea where the enemy is because there's no Doritos on the map. You don't really see anyone. Enemies are much harder to see in this game overall because everyone kind of has gray clothing. and the rocks are gray and the houses are gray and everything is gray, and they literally blend in with the background, and I literally could stare at a wall of rock for a few minutes trying to figure out if anyone is there, and when I was 100% sure that nobody was there, I moved forward. Then I got shot and I realized there was actually someone there, someone I literally did not see at all. And I think the hardest thing in this game is really that the enemies are very, very hard to see. And I'm not the only one that thinks like that. I've seen a lot of people complain about that, even in the beta. And they were saying that they were aware of it and that they're going to improve that. And while they actually improved the contrast ratio, which I'm really happy about, before the shadows were so black that literally you just didn't see anyone at all. That's a lot better now, but it's still really, really hard to see the enemy. And that's why a lot of times people take advantage of it. They literally camp. I feel there's a lot more camping in this game than there was in Battlefield 1. People take advantage of all this cover that those amazing maps provide, and while cover is good for you, it's not good if the enemy has the same advantage, of course. And if they know exactly how to hide in cover and kind of blend in with the background, you most likely don't see them. You run by them, or you just literally don't notice them. And we're kind of like, you know, cats and dogs. We just kind of notice stuff that moves, but if someone literally sits still in front of a matching background, it's absolutely super hard to see them. And for me, that was the absolute most frustrating thing when I started playing this game. And I have to really, really focus to just kind of scan the background very carefully before I run out in the wide open. And running out in the wide open is not really a good idea anyway, but sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to cross a field or something to get from one point to the other. And a lot of times I do what I just did there. I basically don't like go where everyone goes. I try to kind of go outside the circle of the flag to kind of protect my team taking the flag, which is a very good idea too, because if everyone is in the same spot, someone could just literally drop a bomb, or the enemy team can just run to the flag and just literally kill your whole team. And it's never a good idea. It's always good to spread out and kind of make it a little bit harder on the enemy. And I'm still trying to snipe. Sniping is also a lot harder in this game. I didn't think it was easy in Battlefield 1, but I just feel like the sniper rifles in Battlefield 1 were a lot more powerful. They even sounded a lot more powerful. Look, I mean, can you hear this thing? It literally sounds like you're shooting peas and not bullets for some reason. But maybe that's how they sound in reality. And I can't wait to see what other sniper rifles that are there to unlock. And maybe something a lot more powerful will be available. Who knows? We can just wait and see and hope, of course. And then there's this guy that literally fooled me into believing that he is one of my own until I realize he's not. Then unfortunately he manages to kill one of my team members and disappears into nowhere. I don't know if he ended up under this house, somehow glitched down there, or left the match, who knows. But that was definitely weird. And that's something that I wanted to point out too, that you can never really feel safe even if you are surrounded by your own team, because everyone is kind of focusing on some kind of point on the map around them, and you think they have your back, but someone from the enemy team approaches the team and nobody notices, and this guy or woman just blends in, and you just kind of don't even react until it's too late and you get shot. And this happens to me a lot actually. And this guy too, again, I didn't notice in time, and there you go, he had me. So reflexes are definitely super, super important. Don't trust anyone. That's literally how it is. Just don't trust anyone. Especially if you don't know your team members, if they're just strangers, which is, I always play with strangers. I never know. So I have learned not to trust them, especially don't count on them reviving you. Reviving is definitely still something that people just don't do enough. They are just literally not, a lot of times, just don't even care. This match was definitely intense. We're literally almost always just like 1 point apart. If you see here, it's like 107, 106, 105, 104, 103, 102. And we're just leading by 1 point. So at this point we can still make it, but the enemy team just keeps dropping bombs, and my squad leader has almost 70,000 points. Doesn't seem to make use of the bombs at all, it seems, which is a little bit frustrating, and maybe he just doesn't know how to. And there we go, we actually all of a sudden down 9 points, and we have no more chance to win here because the match is ending. That was a tight race, but a very balanced match, and I love those matches the best. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, take care, bye bye.